Hello, welcome back to another episode of SkySaga Infinite Dials. This is upload 8, I want to say, and I am doing a post-commentary of the entirety of this episode. Yeah, so I recorded this episode and the next episode, which is episode 61 and 62, if I 100% remember correctly, and I'm pretty sure I do on that, and apparently DX Story lost my mic setup, so there was no voice audio, but the game audio was here. So that's good. I didn't have to worry about that. If the game audio wasn't here, I probably would have just re-recorded the entire thing, even though I would have lost some starting progress in Alpha 8 and some interesting things we had first seen. So yeah, I had to fill in that hole, that as you can see, and we were just looking at the wall. I started doing some work on it and whatnot of tearing down everything, trying to get everything set up for actually building a house later on, and how to replace the airship. That's it. Airship. What am I doing right now? Running around like an idiot. That's what I'm doing right now, apparently. Oh. Right, I wanted to clean up my inventory. And in order to do that, I needed to get some chests made up. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm waiting for that to be crafted up and whatnot before we actually head off into our first adventure. I'm pretty sure I've really talked about the other side there where I'd done a bunch of mining and whatnot. And I also talk about the Traveler, or not Travelers, crap, Flight Master harness. I'm trying to remember some of these item names, and it's a bit difficult at times. I'm not used to it all. What am I looking at? I'm also trying to remember some of the things I'm talking about right now, and I'm not 100% sure at all on some of this. I also just realized this game actually does not show the in-game cursor, which is interesting. I might need to mark the X story to actually capture the cursor then. Okay. I never realized that. Okay. Well, it's something to keep in mind. We got one of the chests out of the two, though, thankfully. Also, the sawmill, still annoying, still repetitive, still a problem in my opinion. Oh, yeah, I mentioned I hadn't done anything down here, but we do need to get some keystones for the portal. Do I do that now? I do. Yeah, we need some forward keystones because of the way the changes were done in Alpha 8 and maybe 7? I actually don't recall. You no longer have to go to a keystone kiln, furnace, forge, I don't remember what it was called, to craft your keystones to actually put it in there anymore. Which is good news. It's one less item you actually have to worry about in your inventory. You just go to the portal and you talk to it, and there you go. You're good to go on your adventure. Alright. It's wonderful like that. Yeah, got some keystones. Was trying to wait for this chest to be done. It's done. Good. And I just picked up the other planks, and there we go. Got the other one being made up, and I go put this one off in the distance because this is going to be for building supplies. Like all the other stone that I've picked up. As you can see, I got 105 on me right now, and I'm about to go pick up a bunch more from the other chest just to clean it up a bit and get somewhat organized here. That's part of the goal anyway. Yeah, how much do I have in there? 5 stacks. Yeah, 5 stacks of blocks in there. Yeah, I do put the harness back in there because I don't need it to fly around right now. Let's put some other miscellaneous things in there. Oh, the formulas. I thought they were replacements to the charms and whatnot, but we'll find out later on that they actually are not replacements, but additional things. And I did get a treasure amber from a piece of mail that we'll go turn in at some point soon, either before we do the adventure. Yeah, I think we actually do it before the adventure because I wanted to go check out what quests were available and whatnot. Yeah, I got all of this out of the stone just from mining out the ruined walls on the one side and getting everything replaced with grass and whatnot, so we can get everything Wrapping up the last little bit of inventory space here I need to get cleaned up before I think we head off to the... Oh, I wanted to put down this other chest. Right. I remember that. Before we head off to the City of First Light to actually check out the quest lines available for us. Yes, I do want to travel to the City of First Light. By the way, oh, you know what? I actually don't recall ever hearing that sound when actually transporting to the City of First Light. Interesting. This loading is absolute garbage. Like, the game actually froze up on me here for a decent amount of time. I was actually curious to know how it ended up in recording. Yeah, if you actually look at the icon to the left of the word loading at the top middle there, you can see it stopped. The game literally froze on me. There was no changes whatsoever, and then eventually it cut to that, and then it was just kind of in. That actually did not seem as long as it did in real life, so I'm wondering if the X-Story just kind of stopped sending video feed to the file, because at one point I saw it said it was like 1 FPS, not even. But yeah, that was interesting, and initially loading into the place there definitely took a bit more actual time than what you see here, but I was having some FPS issues here. I have no idea why. I know we had some FPS drops in the past, but like it was actually the game was actually locking up on me here and there coming to this place. I don't know if it was just the time of day and there was a lot more people here, or what was going on. Seemed a bit weird. Yeah, there's a lot of different possible furniture recipes from this treasure amber that we can get. I actually don't recall what I got. What did I get? Oh, right, the window shutter. Yeah, I wanted to get... I was actually looking forward to getting a window recipe sometime soon, so we can actually have that in our houses, or a house, without having to have just a 2x3, for example, open hole in the wall, which in my opinion just seems weird. And I ended up falling down, and wasn't sure what the hell was going on down here. I do remember about this guy. It's the expert quest guy, but apparently I need to master a realm, so I gotta have forest mastery or something. Not entirely sure what mastery rank it's talking about, in order for me to actually get some expert quests there. I do remember in Alpha 7 that the expert quests were still tied to the weekends only. So, yeah, I think even if I had a place mastered, if you will, I wouldn't have been able to do anything about it, or with it in this episode, since it's a Monday I'm recording this on, I think. It is Monday, isn't it? Where's my phone? Phone? Yeah, it's Monday. It's either Monday or Tuesday, I couldn't remember. But yeah, I grabbed some quests from the Explorers Guild. Had to go talk to Hafar the Wanderer. Greetings, hero. The Ice Realm holds nothing but bad memories for me. I have one memory of life before the Shattering. My brother cruelly slain by a bandit lord called Jarl Bloodhorn. Please help me find vengeance. I actually did read this initially as well, and I made a joke about the whole Jarl or Jarl kind of thing, pronunciation on that name. I'm pretty sure it's Jarl, but yeah, whatever. Off into the Settler Plaza, and again, having weird FPS issues here that I know I had at one point, but I don't recall in Alpha 6 having this many issues here with FPS. I remember it dropping, but like not cutting around like that. But yeah, grab some quests from the Settlers Guild and whatnot. Had a bunch of unlocks here. I had no idea what the hell I was looking at half the time because it did not stay on screen long enough for me to actually notice it popped up. Apparently there's a little bit of flavor text with each quest. I did not actually notice that when I first grabbed these. That's interesting. Oh yeah, I'm going to take a look at the last two and see what they were. And I was going to go off to talk to Marmash first? No, I was going to go talk to Camp Chud the Collector, who is down here in the item trade-in. Yeah, you heard me right on that, the item trade-in. I say, my house is really looking bare. Can you give me 3 different items of furniture? I would go and buy them myself, but would you believe it? I seem to have left my wallet at home. Good job. Yeah, item trade-in. You can sell off items. It actually caught me off guard. It really caught me off guard. I did not expect that to actually be a case here. Put that in my bar to read it here in a moment. And for the purposes of checking out like the pricing, I put the logs in there. Apparently for 42 I get 10, and for the 5 torches I get 1 not. The mushrooms actually sell for quite a bit, along with the fragments, so there is that, but I wasn't really interested in them. Did I come over to Ashcat for, I did. Yeah, I wanted to see what other furnishing options I had available for me for what amount of knots I had. There wasn't a whole lot there available for me anyway. What am I doing? Why was I bouncing around the 2 different settlers' secret formula? I don't know. Whatever the case might be, I don't know. I ended up buying the large pot because it was the only thing I could buy. But yeah, we learned the Ice Scout hood and the large pot recipe. Did we not go back and talk to Marmesh yet? I thought we did right away, but apparently not. That might have actually been back in the. That might have actually been in the beginning of the next episode. I'm thinking of actually. Yeah, it could be. Could be that. Everybody, back in our home island. I think I put away the. Yep, I do. Do I? I don't put anything else away apparently. We are gonna head off though to our very first adventure in the forest, literally a place called Your Journey Begins, and we needed 5 forest keystone fragments for that. And I actually like this animation. I was originally wondering if I could maybe skip it at some point in the future to just kind of cut to the loading screen faster. But that wasn't the case. I'm not able to skip this like I would want. So every time we go on an adventure, we're going to have to see the animation. It might get a bit stale over time. Everybody. I don't think I made a comment about either of these photos. As much as I'm interested in the whole voting thing on the photos, I haven't really seen a point to them. Like, I don't see a point to the whole voting process in this game. The people that actually have their votes, like, taken and given and whatnot, as far as I'm aware, there's no, like, reward for it, if you will. Help, can you hear me? Whoever just got in range of my, far hailer, please, you have to find me. I'm in a boarded up cavern, but beware, it's surrounded by wolves. The far hailer, by the way, I'm going to assume is a device that I'm holding right now. That's what I'm guessing, anyway. I could be mistaken. Oh yeah, there was a bit of an FPS drop too there when I loaded in this place, which is normal for me. Yeah, okay, that's why I stood there for a moment. Yeah, just going around exploring at this point, not really caring too much about the quest I was just given to go help out the guy with the wolves. I was just kind of like merely go on resource gathering mode because it's how I am. I'm trying to survive in my own island and whatnot and create what I want to build. I would love to actually be able to finish one of these builds that I've been doing during this series. So yeah, I just kind of went off and started collecting and exploring like I normally do in this game, not really caring about the actual main objective. Oh yeah, and I did pick up the mushroom in the quest line for Marmesh. 15 mushrooms popped up. Apparently, you don't need 15 mushrooms or 15 items of the same specific type that they request. Like the 15 mushrooms there, I think I had the 10 regular blue-gray mushrooms on me. I don't remember what color they were, maybe cyan. And then those red ones I just picked up along with the green ones, and the quest was marked as completed. So you don't need the 15 or whatever amount of one particular item. I noticed the airship though. The airship was up there, pretty obviously up there. And then I happened to stumble upon the actual cabin that we were talking about at the beginning of this journey with these whelps. And I was testing out the combat, see if anything changed with the power attacks and whatnot, as well as the whole jump attack. Turns out the jump attack is still overpowered. It's still overpowered as everything else. I got a Wolf's Bane too, not entirely sure what that means, but actually, in the next episode, we actually learn a bit more about it, but I'm still not even sure about it. And that door is locked. I was looking around for another way to get in. Oh, and is that window there? That window is there. Okay, the three windows in the back. The one that was on the right there, that you briefly saw, it's broken here in a bit. And I didn't know if it was me that broke it or what exactly happened with that window. I guess I did break it at some point during combat, and yeah. So I couldn't find another door in or another way in. At least not on the walls, so I just sat here and busted down the door. Eventually, with this pickaxe. Takes a while. These doors are strong. It would have been actually faster for me to go through a wall. I had to commit after I was like more than halfway through. I felt like anyway with that door being broken. A lot of various resources in these chests. Definitely feels like they are a lot more worthy. And yeah, you still can't break those chests, unfortunately. I really wish you could. I don't know, the loot's client-side anyway. Well, I'm putting client-side in air quotes there. Like, for every person that goes into a server, like, if someone else was to happen to join this world with me, they would be able to loot those chests as well. And get their own loot from it. So, yeah. Also, Barnaby, Wyatt, you look scared as hell. And see, it's broken. How did it break? I don't know. I actually, you know what? I wasn't even paying attention there, and I'm not sure how it broke. I missed it twice now on how it broke. Also, Barnaby Wyatt, I think I went through this talking a bit too fast. What happened to the dialogue down there? So I'm scouting the area, wolves. This is his cavern, by the way, and I'm just going to be looting it all because why not? And being attacked by whelps. As I'm trying to loot here, and the mushroom's a shield now. Just happened to be in the offhand of the first slot there. It's whatever. I just use the overhead jump attack kind of thing for the most part. Yeah, you can see the amount of damage difference it does even when I'm at no stamina. Like, the whole jump attack deals like twice the amount of damage, it feels like sometimes, than just doing the power swing. I have to say though, the power swing definitely does a lot more knockback than the jump attack. So I mean, there's that. And apparently the item we needed, the weather compass that was eaten by that wolf that what's his face over here was talking about, ended up inside the house. Who knew? This compass belonged to my mother. To survive the shattering, only to lose it to those beasts. Well, you turned up just in time. I apparently was able to read that fast for the first time around. Thank you, me. Break everything else in the house, though. Take everything. I want the knots. I want the things. I want the wood. I want to collect everything in this game. And new metal unlocked. I missed this one. What's this one for? Adventurer? Oh. Interesting. But yeah, we are going to go check out that airship next, because it's the only other thing that I've seen in this journey that really stands out as being an actual place. We walked by a cave earlier. You can actually see it on the map very briefly there, that gray spot. There's a cave there, and I went down later on off camera. And there was a bunch of bear cubs in there. Oh, and the farting sound, I made a comment about that. It was a really random sound to hear. Like, incredibly random. I think it was the pigs that are making the sound that we'll see here in a moment, I think. Or did we see one already? No, there it is. Hello, pig. Kind of ignored the pig. I was talking about the pig, but I ignored the pig. About actually looking at him. Yeah, it happens every single time I was like over here for any extended duration of time. Yeah, needed to get some blocks though to pillar up to the airship because there was obviously no direct pathway up, no ladder or anything. At least nothing I saw, and there really isn't. So good old jump stacking on up with grass blocks here. I was hoping 51 would be enough. I actually was going to go for an even 50, but I got one more block more than I really needed. But yeah, but this airship was a lot higher up than I really anticipated. Also, something funny happened because I was not paying attention to a particular thing on my bar. Also, that happened. So, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I'm just walking along here, as you can see, placing blocks pretty quickly, moving, and then I was in so much of a rhythm, I just walked off the edge without realizing I was out of blocks. Whoops. First death, I ran back over there to pick up all of my things, but wait, you may notice something wrong with that. Well, first off, I have my mushrooms on my hot bar, right? Yeah, I see those. I don't recall ever having those before, when I've fallen off and died. So we head over to my death marker, which is right here. Pick up a feather. Don't know where the feather came from, but okay. Looking around for my stuff, and lo and behold, it's nowhere to be found. Why is that? Well, it's because I still had it all on me. I don't know if it was this particular adventure in its entirety that prevented you from dropping items on death, or if it's something they changed with the game. I actually should look at that up at some point. You know, I haven't actually read the changelog of Alpha 8. Yeah, went back after I came back over here, got some more grass blocks to pillar back up there, and this time not fall to my death. Which is a good thing, if you ask me. Oh, so I went for the grass blocks instead of the dirt blocks underneath, because of the non-player placed dirt blocks takes 2 hits with the pickaxe to break, compared to the 1 hit it takes for the grass blocks, which is a bit weird to me, but okay. And getting glitched into the block that I placed there was very odd. Yeah, and, quick stacking up as quickly as possible again, all the way to the top. This time I have 22 blocks left over, which is more than enough to get over here. And secondary quest available: defeat 3 wandering raw bones in the airship. Yeah, so apparently this game has secondary quests now for areas, which is actually pretty awesome. I do not dislike that whatsoever. Definitely adds more to adventuring and whatnot, especially considering there is no end goal that you have to get to in order to leave an adventure, since you can just press F and teleport back home whenever the hell you want. Those chests, by the way, have some interesting loot. We'll see some more interesting loot here soon, and you can hear the raw bones up above me. They're just chilling there, existing. But I wanted to break all that, get all the ore and whatnot, all the knots, because this game runs on knots by a long shot. Like, without knots, you aren't able to buy much of anything. And these metal blocks are awesome because, as far as I'm aware, they took 8 ore types to make each block. And if I ever wanted to make a ore block in place, it would take a lot of ore to just make, you know, like 100 of these. It's 800 ore. So every block that I break here is saving me so much time and effort in the future if I was to choose it. And yes, I did attack a guy through the floor with the pickaxe, by the way. You did not imagine that. That was actually happening. Yeah, I more or less one-shot that guy on the right there. He was a bit damaged, but just another good indicator of how powerful the jump attack is. Those doors, by the way. Very creepy. It's also a new sound. I like it. They're definitely a sinister door, if you will. I actually like the closing sound too. My only complaint about the doors in this game is there's no animation with them. They just have two states, closed, open, and they're instantaneous between those two states. There's no animation between them. I would like an animation there to be there, but alas, there is not. But I'm actually about to take a quick cut here in about 50 seconds or so. Because I want to mine out as much of this airship as I possibly can. Because I noticed that there are metal blocks underneath those railings. There's metal blocks back where that door was. There's a lot of metal blocks on this airship that I could use for building later on, and it's going to save me so much ore. Also, these guys respawned a lot. And I mean a lot. But yeah, those are root iron blocks. I think they was called deep iron in previous updates. I know they've changed the names of these materials a lot. It's very annoying. But yeah, that was the cut that I just did, and we are back home. Apparently I don't have any game audio because I have it set on audio track 1 instead of audio track 2. There we go. Game audio. So I can actually hear it while I'm doing the post commentary here. So yeah, I did a bunch of mining. You can see all the stuff I got from there. I had to leave because I was getting kind of tired of mining. It spent like 40 minutes there just non-stop mining on the airship. And some miscellaneous mining around the island. I also checked out those caves and whatnot. And what have you. I just got kind of tired of mining, and the pickaxe was getting damaged pretty extensively. So yeah, put a bunch of stuff away in the building blocks chest. Why am I yawning? I shouldn't be yawning. I have coffee next to me, for Christ's sake, and I think I said coffee. Pretty sure I did. Regardless, Deacon Force medallions, or Force charms? I think those are charms. Still not entirely sure. Yeah. I'm just kind of going over what I got from all that, and also made a little note about the pickaxe being at like, I think 12 or 19% durability. I think when we went in there it was probably around 30-ish or so. Yeah, doing a bunch of inventory management, getting a few things made up, trying to wrap up the episode here. About a whole another minute and a half left. I was wondering if I was going to come over to the mailbox and see what we got for Explorer Rank 3. We got 250 knots and 10 Explorer marks. Sigils. What the hell were those things called again? Oh, I even called Etherstone, the blue stone that you see around us, Skystone, during this episode, because I'm so used to calling it Skystone, and then they changed the name to Etherstone. I haven't adjusted to it yet. It's very, very annoying. Oh yeah, I'm just going through quest lines here, marking what to do for next episode, and seeing what all we have to hand in, as well as I think I finished cleaning my inventory after this little bit. Do I? I do, don't I? Don't I? Hurry up, me. Come on. You can do it. I know you can. Everybody. Yep. Got about 15 seconds left of the video, so that'll be it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed this post-commentary. Expect another post-commentary next episode as well. And, that really is about it. Until then, as always, take it easy.